Good evening, my name is Adam Arwood, they call me the Zotmeister. Once again, Skippy is here with me.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Masterclass. So a couple things I wanted to point out really quick before I dive too deeply into this. First off, credit where it's due, a proper shout out to Smollywood, who gave me a $10 direct donation last episode. I did not have notifications active or anything. I did not notice. So I just wanted to give a proper shout out for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And secondly, I wanted to apologize for how late this stream started for those of you who are live here tonight. It's September 22nd, 2020. 9:20 p.m., nearly an hour late. There were electrical issues at my apartment building earlier today that have been resolved, but I discovered that one of my power strips, one of my surge protectors, gave up the ghost in the process to save everything that was plugged into it. My Xbox One included, so this stream would not have even happened if a power strip didn't die to make it possible. I proved this. I showed it off on a very brief stream right before this, if that's the sort of thing that interests you. But yeah, got everything up and running again. Thankfully I did have a spare. And I'll make sure to get that properly replaced, have another spare before the next time, because holy crap, that was scary. Yes, we are here, we are live now, and we can try to get things underway. The plan is Huntsman's Copse, and the area behind it. Hopefully we will be able to make that happen. So, the last time I played Dark Souls 2, I didn't bother with pyromancy, which I quickly regretted, as I kept finding myself saying, if you've got pyromancies, that's probably the best way of handling this. Far too many times for my liking, under the circumstances.
I'm glad to see.
So with that in mind, let me make sure I actually have all the pyromancies that Rosabeth sells here. That's the last one. I've got all their fire seeds. And I've already reinforced this up to +4. I believe I did that at the end of the last stream. The areas that we're going to be going through tonight, fire will help tremendously. So I am actually going to make some room to fit that in. I'll keep the great soul arrows. Let's swap in... Oops, that was not what I meant to do. Swap in some fireballs. And although I do like Fire Orb for its, sizable radius and blast damage, I'll probably... Nah, this is a dex build, I don't need combustion. I'll go ahead and put the Fire Orb on. I thought about using combustion instead, but Okay. I will simply add the Pyromancy Flame to my right hand here. It is weightless. Pyromancy Flame is weightless, so that is not an issue. I got rings to put on. I gotta repair that one at some point, but I'm not worried right now. There, I might as well put the name engraved ring on because I'm gonna be needing that soon. And I guess the Chloranthy ring will do for now. Works for me. Okay. And I took off the black hood just for bidding you adieu. Let me put that back on. That's kind of important.
I'm sorry.
Gesundheit!
Oh, thank you. I'm laughing. Uh, so fun fact. I apologize for the interruption, but uh, let's just say I got caught in a little bit of a feedback loop, and we're good now audio wise because I tuned into your stream and I'd forgotten to mute you. And
Proust in his first book wrote about. Proust in his first book wrote about. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster, Skippy. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
correct.
Alright. Hopefully that didn't just completely ruin the audio on my own stream. Don't see how it would have, though, because I didn't hear anything other than your laughter.
Oh, you know, it's all headphones all the time here.
Yeah.
Which is why I was having a hard time figuring out what the hell the echo was going to be, but there it is.
There you go, there it is. Big ball of poo. Oh, thanks. Alright, let's just go ahead and buy some more arrows. Okay. Sorcery Pyromancy Blade. Alright. Huntsman's Copse. This away. Or I suppose I could just warp there. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Oh, did you already have... Oh, that's
yeah,
right,
when I talked to Falcon. Yeah. To get the Ring of Bad Idea Protection. Yeah. Unlocked Falcon. So... here we go. One brief note, I don't really know where else to squeeze this in. I noticed that although I could select Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin as a stream category, it's on Twitch's game list and everything, apparently it's no longer actually sticking. It's no longer being accepted as a game being played. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. In fact, I don't even know what's showing on my stream for what I'm playing live right now. Since I'm streaming direct from console, I can't choose. The console itself is sending the title to Twitch. I can't control that at all. So yeah. Hopefully there isn't an issue in the back end regarding this.
It doesn't look like anything shows on your stream at all. Like, it's weird.
You mean for like a stream title?
Yeah, like underneath the information section, you would see.
See if there's a way I can manually put in Dark Souls 2 there, which it may or may not let me do. Oh, I screwed up big time. I gotta put on the air in my stream title as well. Oops. Not now, Sandbag. Sorry. Very, very much busy. My own fault. Okay, so... poison is a thing in Huntsman's Copse. Plenty of those moths. If you see green twinklies everywhere, look up for a moth. It's trying to poison you. Happens to be one down from here as well. I'll go ahead and kill that for now. The item that they drop will be a moss. In this area, that's what they will always drop. There is a way down there. Oh, also there's another moth, like, right on the edge here. I'm kind of safe from that one while I'm up here. But, yeah, I'm not even sure I can get angle on it to shoot it. Here we go. There is a way down there, but I don't recommend just straight dropping down, although you might be able to do that using the mushroom-shaped thingies along the wall. You actually can stand on some of those. But there's a, shall we say, nicer way of getting down to the bottom, and you'll see how we do it in a bit. For now, come out into this open area here opposite the tunnel. Shoot this stupid asshole. Bye. And, Skippy, you want to get a sign down here?
I most certainly would. Where are you sitting now? Are you in front of the bonfire?
Just went through the tunnel. Just went through the tunnel.
Oh, okay. Let me,
Yeah. Things get kind of interesting
I think it was Aaron.
around here.
I'm sorry, then it might have been Luigi.
I have to actually, I have to fight my way backwards.
So I think it was Luigi because it was right at the beginning.
Bye. There's another one even further out, although I don't know if I can hit it from here. Oh, nice. Get rid of some early potential ambushers.
Alright, so we were all in that beginning part, and I was doing that.
Okay, Sai's on the steps.
I'm just gonna scale. Yeah, I'm just gonna scale.
Sign is on the steps.
Caleb, I'm watching you.
Oh, I forgot to put on the ring.
Ah. Yeah, you might find that helpful.
The ring is on.
Okay. So Skippy apparently has company over tonight. There's your sign. I can take this ring off now.
And I'm gonna forget.
Ring of Blades, probably. Yeah. Okay, so that tree can actually be knocked down to cover this gap, but it's really only useful as a shortcut back. Oh, I see Skippy has gone ahead a bit and has joined the Sunbros. Fantastic. We'll be able to do that ourselves tonight. So yeah, we did just get shot at as we came in here. This is a very, very dark room. But there's a unique way that you can illuminate it a bit, and that's to break the boards over the windows. Remember I showed you that earlier? You thought it was just a cute thing? No, it's actually pretty damn helpful in here. It's actual tech. Now, to advance a little further into this building, we'll have to drop down that ledge, and then the way we get back is non-trivial. Before I do that, I'm actually going to step this way to do what I had pointed out earlier. So, along this ledge, and remember there was an enemy there to ambush you, but I kind of rudely prevented that. You can come down this ladder, but yeah, there is an enemy there to mess with you, but Skippy, of course, is on top of things, and instead circled around the corner to deal with them. Yeah, the enemy right around this corner will gladly jump right at you and try to knock you off this ledge if you're not aware of it. So, you can either peek your head around the corner, jump back, wait for the guy to reveal himself in front of you with a diving attack, and then turn the corner and kill him. Or lure him out, thank you, sir, by coming this way, where you'll see him standing there by that item, and you can try to climb down the ladder and lure him to drop off, or just shoot him from there. Whichever you prefer.
Because
Grab this item now. It's just a cracked red eye orb. Yeah. Poor Skippy having to mute himself constantly.
And it's like this, the headset has, it's like a little lever or a little arm you put up down, so if you hear a little bit of rustling, you know the mutes are coming.
Yeah. Okay, and now we can kick down this snag, just like we did in Things Betwixt. And we have a shortcut back. And in here we have ourselves a bonfire. There's another random player, which I will of course light, but I won't rest at it because I have a partner with me right now. Alright, so I'm going to go back into the building and drop down, and you'll see how we circle back up around to where we were, and I do mean up. First off, don't drop off just anywhere, because that is a death pit in the center. That is a totally, this is Sparta, you're not coming back pit. There is no bottom. It is very dark in here, so if you want to illuminate things, I don't blame you. Just light a flame butterfly because I'm lazy like that. And there's one on the other side. Skippy occupying himself with the guys that are hanging from the... Oh, is it just the one? I thought there were more. So there's some enemies that hang on the edge. Grab those admittedly low-tier gifts. There's another item in the corner here. Bandit's knife. Actually, kind of useful with its built-in bleed, if that's the approach you want to take. And yeah, on this side, curious, huh? But that's actually not a passage you can use. At least not from this side. Instead, we can head up here. And now we are on the roof of the building. It looks like you're alone, but we're actually not. This guy hides pretty well. Plus, there's someone who jumps up from the ledge just there. And there's another opponent up here, although he's looking to ambush from a different direction. But we can get him to turn around and come this way instead. That was beautiful. Okay. And there is an item on this ledge. Yeah. Some poison moss, which I am going to put onto my quick select now, because it's about that time. Let me swap it in for the lacerating knives. We'll be getting more of that as we go, and we're probably going to need it. And yes, indeed, the only way down from here. Looks like we're gonna have to jump, but it's not much damage. Don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, there was actually one other way that we did not go. And it's this door, yeah, this grating here. We can't actually go that way. Although you might think you would need to. It's like, it definitely looks like there's a secret passage over there. It's very clearly door-shaped. But no, that's actually not how you open it. You actually do open that from the other side. And the way that you do it is, more than a little freaky. Because we drop down here. Yeah, this doesn't show very well, but there is in fact floor down there. There's ground. You might be forced to discover that if you try to grab that item, because the way to get that item is, you may have guessed it, jump from up above. I will not be attempting that at this time, because my ring of bad idea protection is broken. I will do that later. Instead, I will simply slide down to this lower floor, which is the only way back from that island. Thank you very much. And we now have this cave that we can go into. This is actually the same cave that we went across to reach this area in the first place. You can see the items dropped from the moths I killed earlier. This is actually a walkway below the one that we came in on. It's very well hidden in that regard. And we can pick up this item here. It's hidden in it. And in order to actually get out of this area and go further on, now we can safely step out onto this mushroom and descend a little further. It's pretty damn dark down here, ain't gonna lie, and yeah, they put an enormous, and I do mean fucking enormous, basilisk down here in this edition of the game, probably because a fucking enormous basilisk is the scariest ass thing to see when it's nearly pitch black. Yeah, it's some soldiers like the ones we saw on the roof of the building with the whips that are down here in vanilla. But yeah, this version of the game heats you. Ah! I just freaked myself the hell out by zooming in on its eyes. Well, it's fake eyes. Yeah, that, I sincerely apologize. If it's any consolation, that triggered a primal fear inside of me, too. Alright, well, I brought pyromancy, so fuck this thing. Oh no! Oh dear, that was too low to the ground. I just got petrifacted. Well, at least that shows you not to do what I just did. You want to do that from the first mushroom you can drop down onto. Not the second one. The second one is too low. The first one is fine. Do note the effect of getting petrifacted in Dark Souls 2 here. Basically, I have hollowed a bunch. More than just once. A whole bunch. Again, cursed is not a... Yeah, cursed is something separate in this game. If you get cursed, you're still alive, but you assume a level of hollowing. In Dark Souls 2, petrifaction is something separate from cursing. Oh, wait. So I am going to go avenge myself now. Skippy, if you would drop a sign. Let me get my name engraved ring back on. There it is. Okay.
You should see it. There we go.
Yep. Yeah. As soon as I swapped the ring on, I saw it. totally forgot something. Given that I just summoned you, I'll go ahead and do this thing. But, yeah, this is actually something I need to go back to Majula for. Now that I'm packing pyromancies. Alright, so, where did those green twinklies come from? Oh, right. All of these damn moths respawned. Because I died like a dumbass. Right, so I'm going to stay on this mushroom. Right, and, yeah, we can use our bow, we can use our pyromancies. But yeah, you don't want to attack it from here. Its cloud will reach. I didn't mean to demonstrate that the hard way, but such is life. Okay. Let's grab the little things. 3 large Titanite shards is a nice pickup, though. And we've got this lovely chest down here. Ricard's Rapier. The fan favorite makes a return. It is buried down in here. So, the way out of this cave is this mysteriously door-shaped passageway here. And we simply follow that out to here. There's another item to grab. Large soul of a nameless soldier, and we have elevators. Going up. They are, of course, counterweighted, so another one will go down for Skippy. Let's step out here. And here we are. Like I said, it opens from the other side. And that is how we get back to where we were, although we actually do have enemies here. And note that being on this side means, yes, we are actually going to have to exit via the roof again. That's just the way it is. So we shall do so with gusto. Skippy trying to speedrun this. I don't blame him. I'm going to take this opportunity to get this guy. Ambush him rather than the other way around. Note that the whip these guys carry has a dark tinge to it. That's not just for show. It actually is imbued with the dark element.
Yeah, that whip is no joke. It will mess you up.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you have very little dark defense. But it does also mean that if you are, say, like a hexer, like I was in my previous playthrough, and you come here, it's like the battles against them, your hexing isn't going to get you very far. Oh, yes, thank you. No, they cannot drop it. There are plenty of other whips you can find, and you can just imbue it with dark yourself, if that's what you want. As a matter of fact, I think I'm packing a whip right now. Yeah, I am. I don't remember exactly where I got it, but you can certainly scope out the VODs to see where it was. I do like whips as a weapon because they cannot be parried. That makes them very useful against human opponents, and, well, there aren't a whole lot of enemies that like to parry, but against those that do, very useful. I'm especially fond of a particular weapon called the Old Whip, Its durability is terrible, but it is super powerful. Do be careful of this guy hiding behind this tree here.
Hey, Zot,
Item back here.
I had dropped a large sign, so if you want to banish me to make your return trip to Majula, that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should do that. I needed some souls first, but now that I have them, that's probably wisest. Right. Black separation crystal.
Yellow, it's okay, I forgive you.
Okay.
Among Us being the current Twitch zeitgeist.
I've been watching a lot of Among Us vids, and oh my word, I don't know if I want to play that game.
Well, you have a copy.
Yeah, you bought it for me, you bastard. Thank you, though. Okay. So, I could have come here and done Huntsman's Cops a lot sooner. But there was an order of operations to why I was doing things the way that I did it, and I almost forgot one of the key elements why. This is the first area of the game where I really could use pyromancy, where for a lot of situations it's better than sorcery.
I'm glad to see you safe. Take a look at my wares.
And, given that I'm going to be using pyromancy, this is a very, very useful thing to have. So, one of the things that Mullen the Armorer gets into stock is boss equipment after you've beaten the bosses. Here's the penal mask, straitjacket, handcuffs, and skirt that the Lost Sinner were wearing. Was wearing? Was wearing. And each of these, well, actually two of these, have special effects built into them. The mask actually raises your equipment load. I want to say it's by, like, a certain percentage. Whatever it would be based on your vigor and other bits of equipment, it adds another percentage on top. So, that's convenient and all. But it's the penal handcuffs that interested me in particular. That's what I came back to Majula for. Your pyromancies deal more damage if you have this on.
Always open for business.
So, I need just a few more souls. I'm sure I've got it covered via pompables. Yep, that alone was enough.
Forget to buy.
So I will go ahead and buy those.
I considered returning to my homeland, but I've decided to stay a while longer. I've started to turn a handsome profit now, and I can't bear to give it up. Thanks very much. Do come again.
Now, I forget how much it is that you need to spend at Mullen to essentially level him up all the way. There is one more tier. He rested the bonfire real quick to see if that was enough. It's not exactly a cheap item. I might need to buy a couple more things off of him. Now, he has not moved from his previous position, so no. Not yet, anyway. There's something very unique you can unlock once you actually do get him there. That's like most of the NPCs will give you something special if you meet a particular condition. For Carillion, I think it's having a sufficiently high int.
There you are. Use scrolls, but they are never. One day.
And I forgot to grab, like, all of them my previous run through
And
this
that's
game.
Master but Be safe.
Okay. So, we can now head back to the cops. That's C-O-P-S-E, cops. It's a small wooded area. Look it up, I did. And get the name engraved ring back on. Oh wow, there's somebody else with the name engraved ring on.
You should see my sign. That's too funny.
Yeah, someone else is here with the name engraved ring on with the same deity. Yep. I do not see your sign. I see someone else's. Oh, I just saw the sign blink. Nope. Are they hoping to get summoned by someone random, or? I will not be summoning any random other human people for this. Is your sign too close to their sign, I wonder?
Ah, that might be the case. Let me put it more... I give it a little bit of distance.
Alright, there it is. Summoning Shade. Okay, I'll swap the ring back. Oh, we're actually going to get dropped on from here this time, aren't we? Or maybe not. Or maybe so. Is that the enemy I'm seeing up there? It is! Okay. So you actually can hit him from here. Nice. He's figuring out his way here. It might take him a moment. He might not figure it out at all. Oh, no, there he is. Where was my second attack? Can I bum a heal? Thanks. I half expected a "Sorry Maverick, the pattern is full" response. Which would have been fun.
Permission to buzz the tower.
Get down here, you. $220 damage with a fireball. Great Soul Arrow is more damaging. But I also didn't actually put on the penal handcuffs I bought. Not too bad stat-wise. Little heavy, but... Praise the sun. So with these on, we can now go across this first bridge. Okay. These lumbering oafs here with the sickles will probably feel like they're stupidly easy opponents until you rub them the wrong way. It is very easy to dodge their attacks, especially since they like to commit with both sickles and leave their back wide open. But, don't let them actually hit you, because that sucks. Alright, so the poison moss sitting there tells me that the moth that was in the tree above it was already shot dead. Skippy being very efficient like that. But yeah, as you come by here, definitely look skyward for moths. Because there are definitely moths. Man, I need just a tiny bit more dex to kill those in one arrow. Don't worry about dropping down here, it's easy enough to get back up. It's in moss, item on the corpse there, life gem. Ah, hello Forlorn, I've been wondering where you've been. So, this is an NPC invader. He is not too bright, but he is persistent. He shows up in all sorts of random places throughout the game, with a different loadout each time. He tries. Shit. Got it. Right, so there's an item over here, but there's also one of these big mama jamas. But yeah, I'll let you backstab him. Oh, hi! Swinging with that torch. Nameless soldier. Aromatic ooze. It's like gold pine resin, but for magic damage. So we've got a number of these sort of huts in the area, and they've all got good things in them. The trick is figuring out how to enter them. This one's pretty straightforward. You just have the door here. Don't usually bother them. Felt compelled to for some reason. There's a Morning Star. And here is an NPC summon. Another shade. One Bashful Ray. Now, if we go behind here... There's actually nothing. I'm getting this one confused with something else. Oh, thank you, sir. Coming up this hill... Yeah, there are all sorts of enemies to try to ambush you around here. There's another hut here with the way in not so obvious. It's hiding around the back corner. And there is a switch here. What does that switch affect? This bridge. Now, I should point out that this area that I'm standing in right now is actually nastier in vanilla. That archer that Skippy just killed... Oh, put a dog here, too. There's more like 4 of them, and they're all hiding behind trees. Mind you, I think there's, like, still 2 of them here. Yeah, but they swapped one out for a dog and one for a hollow. Instead of it, you know, being a whole bunch of enemies to turn you into a pincushion. So, if you are playing vanilla, I suggest sticking to the edges near the trees and try to poke out the enemies as you go. Okay. I'm going to go back across this bridge in a moment, but before I do that, I did want to show you that there is another... Oh, well, let's deal with this asshole. There is another hut here with a bonfire in it, but the gate is locked and the key is ahead. I will show you where it is. Now, in Vanilla Dark Souls... Oh, yeah, he's here as well. There's an NPC in here. But we won't be able to talk to him until we get that open. But, before I go that way, there are 2 ways ahead from here. There's across the bridge, and there's into the cave. You can go either way. Or, for that matter, both, to get everything, which, of course, I'll be doing. Which is going to be easier for you will very much depend on your character loadout. But we'll get into that later. We resummon Skippy, who must have fulfilled his duty or died when I wasn't looking.
No, I fulfilled. I believe I used the name engraved ring, which means you still have it on.
I don't, actually.
Oh, well, I don't either.
Yeah. Alright, so there's actually a 3rd hut down below, and if you walk around it, it's all locked gates. This is how you get into it. You drop in from above. And within... Because... Scholar of the First Sin hates you. Yeah, that iron chest is guarded by a very heavily armored opponent. Thank you for dealing with that for me, Skippy. There's a Sublime Bone Dust in there. So that's Estus Flask +2 coming up. And importantly, what I picked up off of the corpse that was elsewhere in here, I guess here, was the Soul Spear Sorcery. A late game spell in the original, and they kind of give it to you relatively early here. Obviously, you still need a high int to use it, higher than I've got right now, as a matter of fact. Much higher. But I will be working my way up to it. Yeah, the way you get out of here is this odd little trail that just kind of drops off here. So if you are come across here and you're like, huh, that looks interesting, and you try to jump into it or whatever, yeah, that's a one-way route from the other way. And, yeah, from in there, you get into that by dropping into it from above. So there is another bridge over that way, and that is the way I'm going to be going for a moment, but in the interest of connecting up the dots for you, if I head back this way, see that this guy here is actually trying to lure me into the ambush that we cleared out earlier. He just tries to run super fast up to this corner and taunt you, basically. I'm just gonna shoot the son of a bitch. Or try to. Oh well. Right. And this was the first hut that we went into. It's just all one big path here. It's just that it bends down on that side to drop off into the hut. So I actually do want to go this way first. That was the bridge we took to get here in the first place. I was trying to heal me. But yeah, there is this other bridge here, and I want to go this way first, at least to a point. For no other reason than that, I'll grab the items up there. This is where we'll be seeing those enemies with dark laced weapons. In fact, there's one right now. Skippy right there with a backslash. Thank you, Bashful Ray. Appreciate the help. This will actually, yeah, this is a skeleton that will come to life. That's easy enough to beat. And we have an item here, the Notched Whip, which would perhaps actually be a very interesting choice of weapon for this character, honestly. Yeah, this is an even better whip. Slightly less physical damage, but it's got a bunch of bleed on it. It's only slightly heavier for what you gain.
And bleed scales with Dex and Faith.
Yes. Plus, there are some bits of equipment, one of which we'll be getting very soon, that actually boosts bleed damage that you inflict. But first, we have the Pillar Men to deal with. Oh dear. Oh, what have I done? 37. So a 15% increase, I think? Oh, thank you. Yeah, these guys are nasty. He completed his task. But that's fine. That's fine. Yes, the enemies are up on those pillars and they'll jump down. Okay, so remember that rickety bridge we saw earlier? The one that I sniped some enemies off of? Yeah, this is the one. There's the roof that you might recognize. Where the hell did this guy come from? Oh, from the roof of the building. I thought we dealt with you. They're dropping an awful lot of cracked red-eye orbs around here. It's almost as if you're expected to farm for them. Much like you're expected to farm for cracked blue-eye orbs right outside the Cathedral of Blue in Hade's Tower of Flame. So yeah, you see this structure in front of us here on the other side of the bridge? Yeah, that's where the Dick Wraiths are hiding. So you actually can drop down from here onto this. This is actually the same walkway that we were on when we first came here. Do be very careful as you step across here, because, yeah, there are gaps. Now, you can perhaps intentionally drop down there to try to get that item, but guess what? It won't work. That item on that corpse down there is on a raised block separate from this one. If you try to jump across, you will fail. You will go too far. You will end up rolling as you land and go off the back end. If you want to safely get onto that item, you can try to step off from here. And if I had a silver cat ring, a ring of bad idea protection, I might actually try that right now, but I will save that for later. And I actually do have fairly decent success with dropping down onto it from here. Another option, you can try jumping from here. I've actually done it from there. It's not as bad as it looks. Mainly because if you land too hard and roll and fall off, you'll actually land safely. You'll land... Can't really point to it yet. Yeah, you'll land, like, back in here. So that's actually okay. Real Old Dude, thank you for the resub. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much for the 7 months of support. Thank you. That's what allows me to keep doing this sort of thing. I will put that money towards buying a replacement surge protector. So yeah, do mind the guys waiting to ambush you. So we know there is another one coming. There is another island down there, as you can see. But I don't think there's anything on that one, and I'm not even sure there's enough flat ground on it to actually stand on.
Hey, quick question. Are you angling to try this one out? Take on this boss?
I figure we might as well while we're here.
Yeah,
Why?
alright. Mind coming back for
This
my
boss
soul sign a little
isn't
bit?
nearly as rough as the old Dragon Slayer. Yeah. So welcome to Undead Purgatory. This is the covenant for people who want to be Red Phantoms and invade other people. But there are reasons, advantages for coming this way, even if you don't plan on spending time with this faction at all. There is an item over there, and there is a gap there you'll have to jump across. And again, that's something else that I would save for when I have protection for it. Red Phantom guarding it up here. I'm hoping that Skippy gets a summon sign somewhere. Do you want me to backpedal a bit?
Yeah, just before the
Okay.
pillars should be fine.
Okay.
Apologize, I hadn't cleared that piece out.
Not a problem. Right before the pillars. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll come back here. I'll put it in the entrance. Yeah. Put it right in the entrance to the curve. Let me get the ring on. Box Ghost says this whole... You'd have thought this whole world would be a type of purgatory, and it kind of is. Kind of is.
Okay, sign is down.
Okay. Alright, not seeing it yet. Put at the other entrance.
Should be in that, like, hallway.
Ah, there it is. It just showed up. So yeah, the boss that we have to fight in order to access this covenant isn't nearly as annoying to deal with as the old Dragon Slayer. And as a matter of fact, I think it's one of the more fun and clever fights in the whole game. As a matter of fact, I think it's my second favorite boss fight in the entire game. It's very clever. It's very different from the usual battle. Ooh, he caught a piece of me with that. I did catch a piece of me with that one. Oh, I think you just ended him. Nice. Okay. So... I'm actually going to leave the Pyromancy Fist on for this. Thank you. This is a good cutscene, too. Death Chariot. So, this is like a salmon swimming upstream. There are various little cubby holes along the way, just big enough for 2 people to fit in. Bye. Oh no, he's still blocking me. The objective is to work your way upstream. Oh shit, Matt! Ah! Oh, I mistimed that. Actually got Skippy. And I got lynched trying to take a drink. That was unfortunate. That was most unfortunate. It is possible with a very well-timed roll to get past the blades on that thing, but I don't recommend relying on that. I recommend using the cubby holes to protect yourself. Alright. I'm gonna have to pop a human effigy in order to meet back up with Skippy. Yeah, we're gonna have to, Actually, you know what? Before I accept your summon... Oh, wait a minute. I just lost all my souls. That's not gonna work. I was about to go spend the souls I just lost. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough for what I want to do. Crap, so I just risked 2,000 more is what I just did. Okay, so, alright, Skippy. Yeah, you're gonna want to use a full-fledged Phantom, and we'll fight our way back to Undead Purgatory. Let me get the name-engraved ring on.
Sounds good. My sign is down.
Okay. Here we go. And I'm going to have to be very careful about this. Yeah, because you're often at point blank with enemies like that, and undead being especially weak to fire, pyromancies are very much your friend. Getting through this. Isn't there gonna be... Yes. Let's do you. Oh man, This game right now is telling me I need just a few more points of dex. Desperately. So, like, my arrows and my sword staves are almost one-shotting enemies. Okay, I do want to take... Alright, let me actually get the moth. It's surprisingly easier to shoot through those branches than you might otherwise think. I have moss. Now cough up some souls. Okay. Oh, I often ambush this guy from below. When I approach. I didn't actually do that this time. Wow. Behind you! There we go. Alright, this guy is going to come out and chase us. We are going to have to deal with him. Yeah, the skeleton will only wake up if we actually approach it. So we can ignore him. Oops. Oh no, really? Damn it!
Ah, you kept picking up.
Cyan.
Let
I'll
me-
drop it in that same hallway. That well, the the narrow pass.
Okay. While I'm waiting for you to get there, I'll clear out some enemies going ahead. Is that guy in solar arrow range? No, he isn't, is he? Can't get here from there. Bye. Never think to shoot out these enemies from the bridge approach before I come up here. You totally should do that, like I did before when I first came into this area. I sniped off the ones hanging from the bridge. I should totally do that before I try to come up here. It's supposed to be a master class, Adam. What the fuck? You're supposed to point these things out. You're supposed to do them as you go. Didn't see his sign as I went by.
Just dropped it.
Okay. I'm not seeing the ones hanging from the bridge right now. Huh. The longest range bow in the game is the sea bow, a random drop from the archers in No Man's Wharf. I haven't taken the time to try to farm it for this run, but if it weren't a, constantly playing co-op with others and streaming it situation, I almost certainly would have done so. I end up swapping it out for, like, the Hunter's Black Bow later. Which just does far more damage. And is only a slightly lower range. But the nature of the weapon itself makes up for some of that difference, actually. he won't pop up until you pass him. Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, you only have to beat the guy in front of here once. Thanks, Sanity, for that. Okay. Oh, let me get the name engraved ring off. Put on something better in its place. I don't have a ring of steel protection yet, do I? Yeah, I guess it's just gonna be the ring of blades. Alright, oh, saw the cutscene already. Fights begins immediately, but I'm promptly going to take cover. Wait for the chariot's first pass. Just gonna block and let that happen. Alright, so the problem I had here is that there was actually an enemy inside that pit. There are some enemies inside of some of these, and they're actually necromancers. Which is why these skeletons aren't freaking dying. There is room for the player and one necromancer in here, so you actually can fight them. I am not going to worry about picking up any items until the boss is gone. You can simply do it after the fact. Just hold your shield up and, oh! Alright, we were actually slightly out there. That's not good. I'm just gonna wait here for the next pass. So remember that switch the skeleton pulled in the cutscene to start this whole event? Our goal for this portion is to pull that switch again. Gotta work our way back up to it. There it is. Alright, got it pulled. And this is awesome. So the charioteer is dead, but guess what? The horses are still alive, and they still totally want us. And yes, they are imbued with dark. Time to unload the pyromancies. Yeah, that dark breath is kind of nasty. It's like a shotgun. As you can see, it's got quite a spread to it. Yeah, he can also dash at you. Camera whore, come on. Ah!
Shooting up the scenery.
Ah, damn it all. That's alright. I got no shortage of those. Alright, well, I'm back at the bonfire. I guess we can,
Yeah, I'll bring it over.
go full Phantom again.
Sign is down.
Alright. My apologies, I, didn't have a chance to finish my dinner. Okay. Enemy coming up behind us. Got him. Alright, let me get this enemy aggroed from here. And Skippy can. Actually, he's probably gonna need some help with this. There we go. At least get the peons out of the way. Backstab! Oh. Okay. I am going to quickly do what I've been saying I should be doing. And that is shooting these guys off from here. Oh. Really? I think I see my arrow in him. This might be too far away. That might be too far away at this angle to stick him. But if I come over this way real quick, just don't forget this guy. This is probably close enough for a longbow. There we go. Bye. And don't have to worry about those ambushes later. He's walking away. We might be able to ignore him. Let's come up here. Oh, by the way, the boss fight essentially resets. We do have to pull the switch again. Alright, this guy's gonna come for us. He won't take no for an answer. Okay. Not around here. Whoops. Glorious. Okay. Thank you. Okay. We've got two more, but we can face them one at a time. Now for the other one. Your butt down here. I don't like to mess around on the approach. It's like, I'd rather have fire orbs set if I need to attack. I want whatever I'm attacking to break promptly. It's more important to have the strong spell to get to the actual boss, rather than to have it for the boss fight itself, in my experience. I am going to quickly invest. I'm going to swap out the Ring of Blades, because I'm not going to be using physical attacks for this pretty much at all, for instead the Dark Quartz Ring, in the hopes of not taking quite so much damage from the chariot at the end, if it comes to that. Alright. Sit here, I'm going to block. Chariot. Alright. Oh, damn it. Okay. There'll be plenty of time to come back and grab all of these items later. You might wonder what happens if you go right from where you start, and I will show you that too. Alright. Skippy is dealing with that one. I'm going to... Oh, no, 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 no! It's not gonna go down like this. Go to hell. Thanks, Skippy. I appreciate that, actually. Low. Ah! We need to stop trying to hide in the same cubbyhole. It's not working as well as I'd like. Oh, shit! Alright, I mean, mean, I see the bloodstain there, and we're almost at the switch, but I'm gonna wait for another pass. Okay. Give me that. You can't use the switch. You're a phantom. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. Alright, so what I'm gonna have to do here is retreat real quick.
I apologize. That was force of habit.
Alright, so there actually is still a necromancer alive. So the skeleton isn't going to stay down when I drop it. I'm actually going to have to come up here to try to deal with that while the boss is free, which is unpleasant. Alright, with that down... Oof. Alright. No! I lost sight of you. I thought you went past me. I thought I saw you go... Son of a bitch. Well, that didn't go so well. Alright, we need to kill that second, I know that you've been killing the first, necromancer. We have to kill the second before, we pull the switch.
Yeah, so you go for the switch and I'll go for the necromancer at the same time.
Right. Yeah, it's actually not that difficult to do this even alone. It's just, you have to go essentially step by step. You have to get to where the necromancers are. You need to kill them quickly so that you can safely hide in their cubby holes. And you are going to have to try to mess with the skeletons a little bit, most likely. Probably should have leveled up a little bit more before I tried to do this, but I honestly don't think this battle is that bad, despite having failed it twice. It's a very interesting, different battle. And of course, the fact that I'm bringing in a helper who, yeah, it does make the boss more difficult. That and, again, remember the whole, quote, beginner's luck mechanism. It's the first time you face a boss. Oh, yes, thank you. Yep, the first time you face a boss, it actually is easier. It gets a one-time buff if it beats you on that first try. Okay. There's a sign. Sick of waiting for you. Get down here. Huh. Weird. Oh well. Lovely. Okay, we can do this. These He's wandering away, but I don't trust him. I think he will eventually work his way up.
I totally blocked him.
Yeah. It was all you needed to do there. You may have noticed that I'm actually firing my spell before I get the lock on. You have right up until the shot actually starts to travel forward to lock on and still have it, actually track its target. So if you know somebody's coming for you, that's a large part of surviving if you're using projectile spells. Someone's coming for you, knowing when to actually fire. So you start your spell in advance of actually being able to lock on. That's not my shield. There we go. Oh, how about I take off the name engraved ring? I should have put the dark quartz ring on in its place some time ago. I'll just pop a life gem. I got more than I know what to do with anyway. It's going to very soon reach the point where the life gems are just too little. I'll have plenty. I might even end up selling them to Gavlon at one point. Just using the larger sizes. Alright, shut the potential ambushers off the side of the bridge. Make sure we got the fire orb ready to go. Pyromancy glove. Okay. I do like to wait in the first cubbyhole for the chariot to make its first pass. Just so I know I'm playing with a full deck, so to speak. Unfortunately, the skeletons sometimes make it difficult to get back out afterward, especially if you've got somebody else hiding in that same cubbyhole with you. Alright, so you got that one. Alright, good. Come on. There we are. Watching the chariot come by and just wreck these guys is awesome. Okay, there's a bit of a gap to the next one. Got it. Alright, I need to wait for another pass.
All necromancers are down.
Excellent! Wait, what? Then why didn't this frickin'... No, 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 not going down like that! Oh, fuck! I went down like that. Son of a bitch! My first double death. I should have just booked it. Shouldn't have tried to kill him. I should have just tried to run to my bloodstain or something. Fuck! Alright. It was one of the Twin Swords guys. Just kinda... I could have just kept blocking him, but no. Chariot missed him. I misplayed that horrendously. That was totally my own fault. That did not have to happen. Damn it. I just lost like 33,000 souls to no good reason. Your declaration of bullshit is duly noted, Box Ghost. Fuck. This one's on me. The problem was that I tried to rush. And I tried to rush because I was actually with somebody else. don't want to keep Skippy waiting. No, I needed to keep Skippy waiting. That's what I had to do. One of these days, yeah, I'm just gonna give certain portions of this game the respect they deserve.
It's Dark Souls.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some caffeine while I'm waiting for the sign to appear, because apparently I need it.
Oh, don't forget to pop a humanity.
Alright, we're back. Open my monster mule here. Skippy having fun, apparently.
I don't know how you knew it
Always.
was me.
Okay. I'm going to not be fucking stupid this time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there. Easy. No, that guy is still up there. Nuts. Here we go. Oh, he dropped something. Natch. Okay. Actually, I think I can... Oh! Not quite locked on fast enough there. Fired just a tiny bit too soon. Oh, hi, you're hiding well. Wait, I did not mean to punch them with the glove. There we go. No. Okay, just no. Save my flask for the actual fight. Okay, oh. There's that too. There we go. Lovely. Alright, come on, Adam. You've already had one nasty double death. No more. There we go. Okay. Oh man, oh, I need to go right back into that cubbyhole again. Come on, Sherry, buy me some time. Okay. No. Bugger. Oh. That's okay. That's okay. Switch fold. Not fast enough for this loop, though. Oh, but I was able to dodge the chariot incoming. Okay. Whew. Might as well grab these while we're standing here waiting. Doosh. Uh-oh. He's coming! Alright. It's a horse. It charges. What do you expect? But yeah, do watch out for that dark breath of it that it has there, that spray. It's got a wide range to it. Ugh. Okay. Nice work. Finally. I lost so much, though. That fucking sucked. Ugh. Sunlight metal. Yep, that's still a thing. Alright, so now we can go back this way. Grab all the gifts they try to taunt you with on the way. As you can see, they're all just fading souls. This is what you're greeted with if you try to go the other way around. A pit that's too big for you to go across. But yeah, you can see there's a bit of an incline. The chariot just jumps it. This is basically... yeah, and that's the way we came in. That's where the fog gate was. This is, what in the olden days they would call a circus. A nice big round arena. Just happens to be covered up. A tunnel. Alright. That would be mean. I also happen to know that's not the case. That would be so mean if they did that, though, Box Ghost. That is where we need to go, but there is an item down this way, too. Yeah, there's the other side of the same gap we saw earlier. That one is the soul of a brave warrior. And this way... much the same way that the Cathedral of Blue is a little dead-end area dedicated to the machinations of a particular covenant. bonfire. Undead Purgatory is the same. The Undead Purgatory bonfire is named Undead Purgatory. Since it was only the one, I guess they figured they didn't need to bother messing with it. Yeah, it's like the Cathedral of Blues bonfire is called the Blue Cathedral. At least it's slightly different. Yeah, just one of those things. Alright, well, here's this creep fest. Titchy grin. Massive bloodstains on the wall behind him. Titchy being an archaic word, I guess would be the way of phrasing it, for, dwarfish.
What is it? Oh, you trot long home. This place won't be any fun. Not for you. What is it? Oh, you trot long home.
Oh! Right! In much the same way that you need to have a token of fidelity in your inventory in order to join the Cathedral of Blue, you need to have a token of spite in your inventory in order to join this covenant, and I don't have one yet because I'm not an asshole who has invaded somebody. However, and it's, if I recall correctly, not too far ahead in the game, there is a token of spite to be found in a chest. There is one to pick up in the world. And that, of course, is there as a failsafe, so that even if you're playing offline, you can still join the Covenant in order to unlock its rewards. And I do actually want to join the Covenant in order to get it on my list. And in order to get the Covenant's ring, the Covenant's seal, in case you haven't noticed this, every Covenant that you join comes with a ring they give you when you do so. And what this ring will give me is a boost to bleed damage. And if I ever get my hands on Shadow Gauntlets, which also has a bleed damage boost on it, those stack. And along with a high dex, yeah, that notched whip will become quite the frightening thing to be armed with. Or I could give any other weapon a bleed element. Heck, I think I can give the notched whip a bleed element, if I'm not mistaken. I might be, though. And, make it even better at bleed. Alright, back to Majula for a moment. I know I have something important to do there. I might even remember what it is. Sublime Bone Dust. There it is. Boom. Estus Flask +2.
Bearer.
Let's spend these souls. Seek last. I don't think I have a flask shard. Alright, and I definitely need int. I've got sorceries I can't cast, so let's make with the levels of int. Wait a minute, no, I need some dex. I definitely need some dex. 3 points of dex will hopefully... Well, let's see, 2 points will give me another point of physical defense. 4 more dex damage. Bleed bonus will go up a good chunk on that, too. Alright, we'll keep dex and int equal. Put one on int there. Okay. So that happened. Now for... now for the rest of Huntsman's Copse. As we go back there, and unfortunately we're going to have to go to Bridge Approach. since the next bonfire ahead is currently locked. Skippy, you there? You ready to do some more of this?
Not that I would ask, but if you wanted some more souls, I'm just about almost cleared the way to the chariot fight.
Ah, you want me
Not
to help
me,
you with
I'm
your
indeed.
boss? Okay, I can do that.
I have one more task.
All right.
I can do that.
Would you mind
Hell, I just
backtracking?
got I
Of
just
course
got
you did.
invaded by a player. Yeah. Let's go with a bow. He's not taking any damage. Oh, yes he is. Alright, he was just lagging something fierce. I was just shooting him, he didn't seem to be taking any damage at all. But then it suddenly all hit him all at once.
Kind of like when the
Once I finally
coyote
approached him.
runs out of floor. It keeps going.
Yeah, that was that was more than a little glitchy. Okay, where are you right now? Should I be putting down a sign somewhere?
Yeah, put it at the safe side of the bridge, right after the pillars.
Okay.
Oh, unless that's gonna catch you trouble.
I don't think I'll have too much difficulty getting there. I'll definitely have some enemies to hack through, but...
Or did you kill that? It's really not me. I mean, you're
Odd random snippets of Among Us.
you could vote the wrong person so that we would lose.
Yep.
That was already arranged. At that point, may as well just keep using the spells.
Oh, shoot. I thought you were going to be... I can pick up your sign wherever, Zot, from there. I thought you were going to backtrack through the Undead Purgatory bonfire.
No, I warped to Majula.
Yeah, but there's a
was
bonfire right after that, right?
Bat! Oh, fucking hell. Torch boy behind me. That was the problem.
Black,
Son of a...
man. I don't know. Motherfucker. That's okay. That's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Definitely having an off night today. This has not been my day. Like, at all. Just in general.
Yeah, this got off to a strange start. How about you drop it wherever you pick up your soul
My
sign?
partner turned against me.
Bye. Okay, oh, no, he saw me. Oh, he's for the double. Got it. Where's that son of a bitch with a torch? How did he get behind me like that? Time to avenge myself. Time to prove I actually do know how to play this game. I wouldn't blame you for doubting it the way I've been playing tonight. Alright, where the hell did Torch Boy even come from that one time? Anyway, let me drop a summon sign now. Name engraved ring. And white sign soapstone. Sign is down. Anything fancy I can do from here?
So it's right before the big hallway, right?
Right before the corridor that leads to the pillars, yeah. Can I see any of the enemies hiding behind trees from the... Nope. Okay. And we're summoned. For fuck's sake, Skippy. Alright.
Hey, I'm wearing armor.
Yeah, you are indeed wearing armor. Do we still have enemies hanging from the bridge?
We might. I call them
Yeah, we do.
points of interest.
Yeah. He is just not coming up. Oh, let me run by this one. Weird, they're just not coming up. Oh yeah, this guy again. Alright.
Yeah.
That could be arranged. He tried to brush my shield out of the way. That did not work so well for him.
Okay. Now.
Let me get the name engraved ring off. Swap that in with the dark quartz ring. Yeah, I'm going to have to get the necromancers, I know, or at least the second one.
I'm gonna bless us. Magic barrier. Alright. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, go ahead and skip the cutscene.
Okay. Try to go ahead. 2 cubby holes. Right. Okay. Oof!
Oh dear.
They got me. Yeah,
They done got him
I
good.
wasn't 100%. I wasn't 100% in that cubby hole, unfortunately. 2 people don't necessarily fit in all that well. And I didn't have the chance to heal for some reason. Another skeleton was right on top of me. Hopefully you succeed.
Oh, it's not looking good. Nope. That's fine.
That is not my sword. I gotta stop doing that. Alright, I can put a summon sign down pretty much anywhere you'd like. Do you want it back at the bridge approach bonfire?
Yeah, that would be optimal.
Sure. That can be arranged. Since all the enemies have been cleared out on the way there, way back there for myself. Except maybe that guy behind the tree, but he tends to just stay there if you don't get anywhere near him. Okay, so I am back at the bonfire. Holy shit, what? One of the whip guys followed me in here. From where?
From downtown, apparently.
I'll do. Okay. Yeah. This isn't the fastest stab in the world, but the follow-up is very quick. Okay, yikes, I was in the menu, too. I was ready to switch rings, and then the enemy right in front of me. Okay. White sign soapstone full. I do have the ring on. Man, this area's kicking our butt right now.
At least it's one of the more fun areas, you know?
Yeah, it's like, I do genuinely enjoy this boss fight, but my word, it's wrecking us tonight.
All right. Excuse me. Ah, I forgot about you. Where'd he go? No. Oh, look, a gift horse in the mouth.
On me, I pretty much went into his weapon.
That little healing can't fix.
Alright. Also, let me switch the dark quartz ring back on. Okay. Oh boy, here he comes. What? I beg your pardon, game.
I gotcha.
Alright, thanks. I am the Phantom here, so I should be taking point after all.
Ah!
Where's the guy who's usually hiding back there?
Nice.
Alright, you guys, get down here. One cheesy but entertaining thing you can do if you're alone here as a means of just trying to avoid these enemies for a while. Just keep coming up this ramp and then back down off this ledge. You can actually just keep circling around the enemies. And it's actually pretty good for survival, because the enemies don't like being at a different height from you. Might even be able to get a plunging attack on them from there. Okay, and you... orbs ready to go. Yeah, Skippy likes to run past the first group of skeletons and get into the second cubbyhole to start. And that's not a bad idea. Alright, I don't want to be in the same cubbyhole you're in, so I'm going to actually come back here. So when we both try to hide in the same cubbyhole and kind of block each other, that's when one of us gets hit. Okay. Yeah, if you're playing alone, just take it one cubbyhole at a time, really. Especially if you're not exactly packing a lot of stamina. Alright, I can see the switch, which means I'm going to have to get that necromancer soon. Or Skippy can just be badass. Or excessively brave. Yeah, you get out of there, and I'll tackle this. Nice! Alright, the necromancer's down.
Thank you. Alright, get in the switch. So long, sucker.
Man, we've gotten to see that from like every angle. I've had it with you!
Oh dear. Ah, you fucker.
Oh, damn it. I had a skeleton to finish off.
No, I saw.
Sorry if I wasn't, yeah. He
Yeah.
would not leave me alone.
He double tapped me, as it were.
Let me very quickly.
Gonna spend some souls?
Souls I'm holding. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have just enough for like 2 levels, and then... just so they're not at risk. Another dex, another int? I felt like dex was shy. I'll split the difference. How many arrows have I fired lately? Oh, okay. Huntsman's Copse, bridge approach. Alright. Name engraved ring. And summon sign. Alright.
Alright, waiting for it to appear on my end. There it is. Chandler 501 is also worshipping Oh no, they aren't. I took the ring off. Alright.
Let's make that the Dark Quartz ring, actually. Okay. course, I'm a phantom, so it's only a life gem, but still.
Oh, you can backstab
That would be
those.
why I can't attack him. Yeah, yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's always impressive to watch you use that.
Yeah, and it actually casts somewhat quickly now too. It's kind of nice.
He thought he could reach me, but he couldn't because of the altitude difference. Whoops. Clicked the button too many times, I didn't trust it. I locked on and then locked myself back off again before he fired. That's another thing to be careful of. Okay. It's weird how those guys aren't coming up to ambush you.
I guess we're tight. What can I say? We're homies. Alright, let's cause a couple miracles here.
Right, okay. No, don't try to plug up the same one, Adam. Stay here. Wait for the chariot. Oh, get up. Get out of my way. Just doing a number on those necromancers.
Your sacrifice will definitely be in vain.
Oh no.
There we go.
Yeah, it's like once the necromancers are down, if you want to, you can just stay put, take your time, block, and let the skeletons all get killed by the chariot before you go to pull the switch. At least hope that's what happens.
Bearer.
This is a little harrowing, not gonna lie. These cubbyholes are nice. They block the miasma. Never had to try that before.
You thought I forgot him, didn't you? I didn't forget him.
Got
Just
him.
being awesome. Nice.
You got a falchion.
That is not my sword. That's my sword. Okay.
Still have more Huntsman's cops.
Right. We have a bonfire to unlock. Literally.
So why don't I get to the undead, what you call the bridge? What's it called? The undead bridge?
Ooh, I don't want to be there. That's like poison and stuff. Just shoot this thing. Damn, I'm still not one-shotting them. Guess I should try to upgrade the bow? Alright, well, that's not the way I need to go. Yeah, don't chase that guy. He's there to try to get you killed. Flame butterfly, won't complain about that. I'm just gonna ignore him. Alright. I am crossing the bridge.
Well, then I'm gonna
I
go
am now
to...
I'm outside the locked bonfire.
I'll make it easy for me to get there.
Okay. So, if you were to go in through the cave, you'd encounter skeletons and necromancers. And something further. Cursing jars. Look at that. Yeah, notice he's not staying dead. There is a necromancer around.
I dropped my sign.
Okay. Totally missed him with that. Alright, you'll have to bear with me for a moment. Get my ring back on here. I take it it's outside the bonfire's cage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? No, he's not going to come this far out. He's not going to leave the cave. Yeah. He's resetting. Okay, good. I was going to say.
They're not a fan
He
of
doesn't
light.
want to stray too... He doesn't want to stray too far from his necromancer. That's part of it, actually. Oh, I know why I'm not seeing your sign.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't actually beat the boss with you, so... Didn't get the humanity back that way.
Well, I've got a little bit of a
Alright.
consolation prize for you.
Oh?
Yeah, I don't want to get too far ahead, but at the same time, I never bother with this weapon, so you know what? Go nuts. Where is it?
I feel like I would be cheating if I were to arm myself with that at this point in the game.
Well, just know that now you can dual wield it at some point.
Yeah. Now, the washing pole is extremely tough to get your hands on in vanilla Dark Souls 2. They made it decidedly fairer in Scholar. Okay, so we're actually going to be going across the bridge where we'll be facing more standard type thug enemies. And this is actually the direction we need to go in order to get that bonfire unlocked. I can't seem to lock onto the other guy! What the hell? I know he's there, right around the corner. I can freaking see him. Yeah. Yeah, enemy standing right there, waiting to poke you. You turn the corner. I just could not seem to lock onto him for anything. So there are two routes here. You can actually go up or stay low, but we're going to stay low for now. The two routes you can take do connect up at some points, and that's one of them. You can go across the bridge there, but we will not be doing that yet. This asshole has a bow, so don't spend all day on the approach. Ooh, get inside there so we don't get poisoned, and yeah, this is, yeah?
I think if you attack around here, we might get a surprise.
Another one? Trolling me?
No, oh, he might be somewhere else in Huntsman's Copse. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think I just found it. No, that was the... Oh, maybe I did find some. I don't know. Prisoner's Hood. I don't know. I have no idea what it did. At any rate, this right here is a pair of flame butterflies. And in vanilla Dark Souls 2, that's actually where the key to the lockhouse is. To get to the next bonfire. In Scholar, they moved it. Something that I actually forgot until just now.
We have to backtrack a little bit to get it.
I'm not surprised, but let me get this guy first here. Is it on the upper ledge?
Yeah, we got freaking shot at.
Okay. Yeah, freaking necromancer back there. Those homing shots.
Well, while you're here, let's patch you up.
Why, thank you.
I'm digging this whole cleric thing.
Alright, so up here is largely skippable in vanilla, although there are some things up here. But they, yeah, made it a lot more interesting in Scholar, as you can see. Actually, this invader still comes at you in vanilla, but rather than being up here, she actually invades you down there, just past where we were before we turned around. Fights you in a much narrower space rather than having this sort of arena to fight her in. And there's the undead lockaway key. Yeah, they moved it up here. But rather than just go back the way we came, I forget exactly where it is. But there is actually another ledge. Here it is. Yep. Wait for Skippy to move so I don't land on him. There we go. Poison. There's the flamberge. Do not roll off of this. You will actually push yourself against the wall and go into the death pit. Very carefully drop down. So yeah, Merciless Rowena would be baiting you right around in here in vanilla. That won't happen in this version. So what I like to do is actually deal with the boss fight here, and then worry about going back in and dealing with all the things associated with the cave. And I'm fairly confident when it comes to this boss fight. Although it is a lot harder in this version, isn't it? You know what? While all the enemies are gone, let me go ahead and just at least light the bonfire in the lockerway.
Sounds good.
So that way, if bad things occur, Sanity knows they've been happening tonight. Although it really shouldn't have been. Then we'll respawn there. But it will take a moment, because as you noticed, there was an NPC in there. And, he'll have a few words for us. It's actually part of a character plot line. It's a funky thing. I actually need to rest at the bonfire, I just want to light it. Speak with Creighton.
I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You know it when you see it. I've seen this type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. Tell ya. He's a slick talker. So don't let him fool you.
Oh, Pate? Mild-mannered Pate? He helped us fight a boss. He gave us our white sign soapstone. He warned us about a trap up ahead.
Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat.
He was a good dude.
And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find a common footpad and put an end to his roguery.
Fist pump gesture, and I believe that's the last of what he says. Yeah. Okay, so boss fight. Yeah, due to the locations of the necromancers, it's a lot easier to clear out that cave from the other side. Go in the back end, come back out the front.
And also, the unlockable gate. We'll see.
Right, there's actually a cage partway through. use some means of going in it from the other side anyway. There's always something behind the waterfall, and in this level it's a boss arena. And we'll be up against undead, so pyromancy is the way to go. This is a 3-part boss. You want to deal with one part at a time. I'm sure that Skippy knows the approach here. We'll start with the one in the middle.
10-4.
So we've got these 3 skeleton lords. They themselves don't have too much health and you can drop them quickly. The problem is that once you do drop one, see all those fireballs that fire out? They suddenly spawn skeletons. And this set happens to be wheel skeletons. I try not to damage the other skeleton lords. I try to actually avoid them until all of the wheel skeletons are gone. You might want to... Yeah, okay, you're healing up. Alright, and it looks like they are. So we can now go after lords again. Drop one of the 2. Alright, let's leave that one. In vanilla, it's 3 skeletons each time. I want to say in Scholar they tweak the quantities based on the actual skeletons themselves. I think they give you like 3 of these, they give you like 4 of another type, and only 2 wheel skeletons. But, I might be slightly misremembering that. Oh, I got a falchion. Alright. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, as long as you deal with the enemies spawned by each lord as they come up, you should be fine. Yeah, this one drops a whole bunch. Sword types. Yeah, if you try to beat the 3 bosses you see all at once, just beat down all 3 skeleton lords in rapid succession, group them together, pyromancy them away, you will kill them all in very short order. But then you spawn all the skeletons that spout out from their deaths all at once, and you're probably as good as dead.
I will say, Creighton takes it like a champ. If you summon him for this battle.
Oh yeah, you actually totally can. But I didn't want to. Oh yeah, let me grab this item too. Soldier shield. Bones rolling down this hill. Simply because Creighton doesn't get the strat. That's one of the few cases where an AI assistant will work against you. It's much like Masterless Glencore back in Hades Tower of Flame. It's like, no, I am going to go fuck this guy up. I don't care what you summoned me here for. I am killing this guy, whether you want me to or not. Yeah, you bring Creighton in here, and all bets are off. And you do not need to summon Creighton for his plotline at all. Alright, coming through here, we have another bridge with another switch. Let's see this one up close and personal. So, going to go into this next area just a short distance. Surprise! One-way drop-off, but that's okay because there's a bonfire up ahead. Welcome to Harvest Valley. There is indeed a bonfire right in there, but that green muck looks unappealing. That's because it is. That is poison, but you can roll through it relatively quickly, and it's not too much of a problem right now. But before I even do that, let's have a talk with Stone Trader Cloanne here. Also, check out that quixotic nightmare. Look at that big old windmill up there.
Are you a traveller? I'm Cloanne, an ore stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Ah, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
Right. She sells upgrade equipment, although not a lot to start with. Although she also has a miracle and a hex here. The icon for the Dead Again hex bears an awfully striking resemblance to the logo for a certain Capcom survival horror installment. And it has the same can't unsee it aspect to it. I won't say anything further about that. She sells one bonfire ascetic for a whopping 7,500 souls and some titanite shards. 1,000 apiece, but hey, I mean, we bought all that Lenegrast had, so there's one way of getting more.
I came here in search of rare stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. Drang Lake. How is it that I ended up here? It's funny. I can't seem to remember. I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long.
And with that, we will find her in Majula.
I suppose it's about time I moved shop.
Okay, speaking of Majula, how about we get ourselves there? Ick. So note that the green goop actually sticks to you. You can see it on the character, and my poison meter is still going up. But the green is also slowly draining down visually off the character's outfit. And once it's all gone, then the poison meter will start going the other way. There it goes. So yeah, I mean, you can endure it, just run across, but it lingers. So do be careful about that gunk. Chloe's inventory will increase over time. And by over time, I mean as you beat bosses.
Bearer of the curse.
Seek list. Point of it. Actually gonna use this. Oh yeah, I should probably show this off. Executioner's Chariot Soul holds control over the undead purgatory. The chariot was created only to torment undead, and it took the form of a horrendous mad steed, a window into the soul of its master. Here's the skeleton lord's soul. From deep within the huntsman's copse, the old Iron King commanded the capture of all undead, but those charged with the task were overcome by the curse. The old Iron King. Yeah, we will be encountering them eventually. Or more accurately, what became of them. They are indeed the next of the great old ones we will have to fight, but that's going to happen next session, not this one. So here's Chloe. She'll have some new things to say here.
Oh, fancy meeting you here. Speak up if you need anything at all, alright?
But, no new inventory yet. She does not get more spells, by the way. Those are the only two she sells. But, yeah, what you see on this tab here will grow quite a bit.
These
eventually.
stones may... Some of them are...
That's the same thing she says at the other place, but she will say
You know
something
how
new.
they call this place Drang Lake, right? Well, in the old lore, in stories and the like, they said it had another name. What was it? Well, I don't know. It's just something I heard. Since long, long ago, many kingdoms have risen and fallen on this very spot. Each like a great flame that turns to soot. Maybe that's why people don't remember much about the past. You see that blacksmith over there? Is he one of those hollows? He seems to keep eyeing me up. He sort of looks like my father. He's a blacksmith too, you see. The poor man's such a worrywart. But he wouldn't follow me out here, would he? No interest. Suit yourself.
Funny she should say that, because Lenegrast has something new to say too.
I knew you'd be. How goes your journey? Take these. They should help a bit.
Blacksmith's hammer.
Drat. You're worse than my reckless daughter. Don't spend your whole life in transit, you hear? You'll need souls to repair. I know. Don't waste your...
Yeah, that again.
My witless daughter finally came home. Just as oblivious as she's always been. Well, at least now I can keep an eye on her.
so that answers that question. Oops. On all the Titanite shards they had, let's do some reinforcement. Got some large Titanite shards. Can add another level to the sword. And I definitely want to get that bow upgraded. There we go. That's good stuff. The Blossom Kite Shield I should get upgraded. Watch Dragon Parma I can get upgraded if I ever need to farm for an item. I have to remember I have that. And now I lack the souls to reinforce anything else of interest to me. Fair enough.
I'll be around if you make it back.
Okay, so we're not quite yet done with Huntsman's Copse. We can go to the Undead Lockaway to do this. We have the cave to clear out. Plus, I have a couple of items that involve risky maneuvers. Yeah.
You thinking of what I'm thinking? Yeah.
Oops. Where's the, wasn't there a second item that I was like, I'll go for that later?
At the end of
I know
the
there was.
bridge, you have to make a jump. You thinking of that one?
Not the one on the isolated item. Yeah, not the one on the isolated island beneath the bridge on the way to the Undead Purgatory. There was, I want to say there was a second item that I was like, I'll go get that later.
At the end of the bridge.
Oh
that same
yes,
bridge. Yeah.
you jump across. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
I knew there were two. I just couldn't remember what the other one was. But yeah, I can do that later before we call it a session. So I'm guessing Skippy is going to have to call it relatively soon.
Yeah, but if you need a hand clearing out the caves.
Yeah, let's get that cave cleared out.
Alright.
You guys are persistent tonight. Yeah, how
Small
much you
sign
jump-
down.
Tried to parry him. Motherfucker! Alright. Name engraved ring on. I might need to cancel the, Actually, I think I do. Nullify human effigies effect. Yep, and there's your sign.
Alright.
Switch the ring back. Okay. So we are going to have to fight our way to the back end. Whoa! Oh, right, because I rested. Silly me.
Do you want me to clear out the front end while you clear out the back end?
If you could just come, yeah, just follow me.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Didn't try to rob me that time. Alright, we don't need to go back up there. Just go across here. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm gonna shoot that guy. Nice one.
Thank you. Oh. It's blue-green shit.
Oops, it's on my sword. Gotta stop doing that. Alright, this guy's gonna drop down and I'm gonna let him. Then outrun that homing soul shot there. Alright. Back way in. There's a pre-lit sconce here. Here's the necromancer. And he's down. And he's actually guarding a pyromancy. There's a copy of combustion.
Thank you.
No problem. Skippy has
Oh shit.
torch. It's a sconce from. What?
Got him.
Oh, nice. I forgot he's in there. Titanite Lizard, good job. And there's an Estus Flask shard here, and yes, as you can see, there's a gate blocking the way. The switch is on this side. You can, once again, go the other way. It's just that you'll then have to take the bridge across to the other side. The wooden bridge that you saw. And there's another item that I will have to jump to, but I will do that after we've cleared out the cave. Otherwise... Okay, very nice. Yeah, so you can destroy the jars that have the cursing stuff in them by rolling into them. When the jar itself is physically broken, they stop trying to curse you. Strange, I know, but that is how it works. Let me... Oh, Skippy was doing what I was just going to go back and light a torch, yeah. There's another one just up ahead. I think. No? This is where the bridge is. And we can come in here. So yeah, you can break the jar, and then it stops trying to curse you immediately. There's also another way of dealing with that jar. If you want to deal with it at range, like I showed you before, you can shoot it with an iron arrow. A wooden one won't cut it, but an iron arrow will, and that is why I do pack iron arrows. And there will actually be an area later on with a lot of cursed jars. Having iron arrows for that is a huge help. You can deal with a lot of bullshit quickly.
Yeah. It's so many poison.
Alright. And there we are. Out the front end. Alright, unless there's something in particular you need me for, Skippy, while you're here? Probably golden.
Yeah.
You're a shade, right?
I'm a shade, so I'm just gonna
Okay.
slam
Yeah,
potion
let's,
and wreck shit.
Yeah, let's just, get your objective complete. You must have so many smooth and silky stones by now.
Oh, I'm running a veritable gem collection. I cashed in and let's just say the pros are very kind to me. I think I only got one cracked red eye orb.
Down you go.
Oh, hi.
I could summon Bashful Ray just for the hell of it, but... why deny Skippy his chance? There it is.
Alright.
Stab.
On that note, I'm going to head out.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I
because
will, yeah.
you just got some work to do.
Yeah, I just have 3 risky items to pick up. I don't want to save them for later. I don't want to do a mop-up when I'm done with this. I just want to get them now.
Hey, do you need a hand getting to... Well, you should be able to use the bonfire at the, near Tichy Gren.
That would definitely be a lot closer to one of them, yeah.
Excellent.
Although I kind of have to... Yeah, that'll get me closer to 2 of them.
Oh, and then the one... Still have to do the
Yeah,
one in
and
the
actually
cave.
the one's right back the way I came. Yeah.
Alright, well, until next time, drive fast and take chances.
Take care.
Later.
And this guy's a little jerk. He dropped a cracked red eye orb. Okay. So yeah, I don't have enough souls to repair my Ring of Bad Idea protection. So, or buy the Silver Cat ring. I want to say that's like 13,000 souls. So with that in mind, I guess I'm just going to have to be brave about this. This one's not too bad. It's scary. Don't get me wrong, but it's not too bad. You're not going to roll off the far end. Human effigy, 40 lacerating arrows and 3 prism stones. Arrows that inflict bleed. Fun. Death required ahead. Oh no, it's not required at all. There we go. Okay, actually what I want to do from here... As Skippy notes, it's probably going to be fastest and easiest to get to the other 2 from behind. You know, oh, if I use a homeward bone, then more enemy respawning. I don't remember what I've gotten, what I haven't, but... Take a moment anyway. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we had to call it here. I was actually hoping to get a little ways into the next area there, Harvest Valley, but between starting the stream an hour late due to circumstances beyond my control and the Undead Purgatory boss just kicking our ass. Afraid we had to call it short. Not happy about those lost souls. I had a plan for those lost souls. It would be enough to buy the two things I want to buy right now, which is the Silver Cat Ring and repairs for the Ring of Life Protection. Hello, Purgatory Glory. I actually did say Purgatory. Okay. Oh, he saw us. Or heard us or something. Whatever. Another one? Oh, you guys are persistent tonight. Oops. Rogue leggings. Right. So, up there. I think the easiest way to do that. So yeah, you can totally make the jump from here. I've done it that way. It looks scary as hell, but it can be done. With that said, I think the drop from the bridge is perhaps the more straightforward method. Alright, so, going to the Undead Purgatory Bonfire. This is going back out this way. Should be easier. Pretty sure the enemies out here don't respawn. A smashed gate. Yeah. Only there during the boss fight. More stamina. Alright. Man, I hate shit like this. Okay. Fire Seed. Well worth it. That will directly bait to a bunch of extra damage off of the pyromancies. Right. So, lined up with this gap, I want to go this way. And I think I want to... Oh, well, first I want to deal with you. Oh, you joined us too. Took you long enough. Absolutely, positively want every hit point before I do this. Because that is not a small drop. Got it, though. Pharos' Lockstone. And a token of fidelity, no less. Alright, and I know exactly what I want to do with that Pharos' Lockstone. As you might recall, there was one spot in the Bastille where I needed one, and didn't have one. Well, we'll be taking care of that too. Jumping down to here, as I noted, this cave, that is how you get out of there. Again, mind you, I don't actually have to go this way, because I have a shit ton of homeward bones. I don't want to waste your time or mine. Let's just get on out of here. This is not the bonfire I want to be at. Let's get to the one I do want to be at. Right, it's... Okay. antiquated key area. I'm not sure which of these is closest. Yeah, this is the one. This is the closest. Dogs. For us, deal with it now. Finish this off. Finish you off. Oh, stamina. No. That. Pardon. Pardon. Oh, that was beautiful. Poke. Order. Poke. Dogs. Ooh, killer. Support post, I think, is the more accurate term. Oh, off the roof. Be overgird. Don't want to go in that way. I want to get on my way. Go in this way. This guy's actually in the windowsill. You can't get here from there. Bye. Okay. And you... Oh, actually... Oh, I suppose I actually could, do this. Yeah, that's one way. It's probably a faster way to circle around there, actually. Right here! Feed me, Seymour, feed me. And suddenly this room is a lot brighter. A lot brighter. Boy, you. Damn. Drop shadow gauntlets, damn it. Alright, yeah. Doop. And we came all that way for... a soul vessel. If you never plan on re-speccing your character, Gavlon will actually pay you a sizable amount of souls. If you sell him a soul vessel, you will actually get a non-trivial amount for it. I forget exactly how much, but it's more than you'd get for most things you'd sell to him. So, there's that. Alright. Unsurprisingly, unsurprisingly, I do not have a faint stone. For some strange reason, those are rarer than all the other bits of upgrade equipment in the game. Don't know why. Bleed stone is an interesting idea, but I think I'm going to... Well, actually, let me see. Can the notched whip be infused that way? I honestly forget. You can't infuse it at all. It doesn't even show up on the list. Yeah. And if I had a faint stone, the first thing I would be using it on is actually a sorcerer's staff. I don't care about reducing its dark damage, because I will not be using hexes. At least not for a long time. And certainly not with this staff. I don't think I can really do any better with anything else here. It's a tempting thought to give the Uchigatana some bleed. But I don't think I want to do that, actually. Yeah, something like the Bandit's knife that already has bleed on it will lose a little if you give it some other... well, yeah, half if you give it mundane. None if you give it enchanted. It'll actually gain a little if you give it raw. And most of the other added damage type deals will actually reduce it. But yeah, if you give it bleed, it will actually increase it further. You don't lose much off of the physical damage for it either. Here I'd lose quite a bit though. All in the hopes of building up that bleed meter, and that is not what I want when I poke people with a sword, so I will decline to do that. Accumulating falchions. Alright, need some large titanite shards. Ooh, here we go. Alright, so Watch Dragon Parma up to +3. Definitely want to spend the chunks doing this. It's almost certainly the best thing to spend it on. Let's give that large titanite shard to the shield. And, got some Twinkling Titanite for the penal handcuffs, black hood. The rest of the black set, for that matter. I don't know how long I'm going to be keeping the handcuffs on, but definitely for next session. Harvest Valley, Land of Poison. Fire is your best friend in there. I've got, what, 4? One for the hood and one for the robes. Let's do it that way. Okay. That's looking pretty good. The only thing I have to repair is this, and I can't afford it, which is unfortunate. I actually do want to do that. And I also want to buy the Silver Cat ring. Although I don't technically need it yet, I'd feel a lot better having it in my possession for the later portions of Harvest Valley. There are some items that are a bloody nuisance to go for any other way. But I can get the souls for that on the way there. I just need to remember to prioritize that as something I need to do. Even if it means temporarily sending Skippy home to get that done. Alright, so my apologies for calling it a bit on the early side, but at least it timed pretty well. Nice round 3-hour stream here. And we will do Harvest Valley next time, and some portion of the area that lies beyond it. Probably not all of it, though. It's kind of big and kind of hard. But we'll see what happens. We will hopefully have a better session just in general than we did this time around. Oh yeah, I had a feeling I was forgetting something.
Here to see luck. However,
Get another swig out of the flask. 7 plus 2 swigs. Okay. 2 copies of Combustion now. And, yeah. I think we're good here. Let me double check one thing. I think you need to have 30 int in order to get the free gift from Carillion. And I'm not there yet, but I'm getting kind of closer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't really need to buy anything else from him right now. We can have him reinforce the Pyromancy Flame. But I just feel like we should let Rosabeth do it.
hello again.
Not that it matters, one way or the other. They're equally good at it. Alright then.
I'm always here.
That's about all I can think to do. So, all that remains of me, and I'm actually human in advance this time. Come over to this wall so I can turn the camera around. Temporarily remove the hood so we can see your face. And bid you adieu. Until next time, take care. Never forget to play.